It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we're going to beer from Bad Seed Brewing Company, my favourite brewery from Denmark. I've been reviewing their beers now for the last week, I would say, probably a good 7 days of reviewing their beer. And every single beer from this brewery has been absolutely outstanding. Outstanding. This is called DIPA. This is a West Coast style double IPA, hopped with Chinook, Columbus and Cryo Pop. It's 7.8% ABV in a 440 milliliter can. There's a look at it. Incredible beer. So I will say at the start of the review, the Bad Seed Brewing Company were kind enough to send me the beer. And I think when a brewery chooses to send beer to the channel, they generally, well, they mean business, don't they? They know that they're producing quality stuff. So they're quite confident to send it to a reviewer to get it reviewed. And they're quite confident that the reviewer is going to love the beer. I think that works perfectly. It creates a relationship between the brewery, the reviewer. Absolutely no bias whatsoever. No bias whatsoever going on. There never will be on this channel. But I just wanted to say that because I started off saying every single beer has been fantastic. It really has. As an independent beer reviewer, this brewery is producing incredible beer, even if they have sent me their whole range. Let's get this out into a glass and see what we get. Little bit of smoke on the can opening. Beer in the glass. I do like a double IPA. Who doesn't? Ooh. He threw beer over the camera lens then. I definitely spilt it all over my perfect draft, which I've definitely got to buy a keg for, and I've definitely got to use in the future. Clean all the dust off it and get that going. But for now, we're doing this. One finger white head on the beer. Good levels of carbonation rolling up the glass. There's a lot of yeast suspension here. It's fine. It's fine as in it's fine yeast sediment. Have a look at the bottom of the glass though. You can see it's a relatively clear beer at the bottom of the glass, and as you move the glass down, it's like the haze is on the top. So what we do now then is that we kind of create a mini whirlpool and mix that up. Yeah, look at that. Can you see that micro sediment? Okay, one finger white head, good levels of carbonation chasing the glass up the head. Let's get the aroma on the beer then. Oh yeah, I just reviewed I've taken it in the living room. I just reviewed a session IPA that was based on a West Coast style. And I described it as a little bit like Sierra Nevada's Pale Ale. If I was to describe this beer against another beer of the West Coast of America, then I'm going to say this has hints of Sierra Nevada's Torpedo about it. What a great beer that is, Sierra Nevada Torpedo. Used to be able to buy it in Waitrose. When we had a Waitrose in Barry, I used to buy it all the time. But this has very similar characteristics to it. Spicy, peppery, grapefruit, orange peel, tangerine, a little bit of sweet malt coming through. It smells really, really good. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Yeah. Stone the Crows. Stone the Crows. Oh yeah, this is classic West Coast. This takes me back 10 years trying these beers for the first time. Dogfish Head 60-minute IPA where they put hops in every minute for the 60 minutes of the boil. This has got characteristics of Sierra Nevada's Torpedo. Oh, classic West Coast styles. Not enough breweries brew these beers, you know. Not enough breweries brew them. I'm a massive fan of traditional West Coast IPA. It's got this longing bitterness that just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling on the palate. Stinging nettle and grapefruit and tangerine, fleshy blood orange flavours coming through. Spicy, peppery, lovely bitterness. A little bit of sweetness from that hop over there. A little bit of sweetness from the malt over there, should I say. It's a kind of like a candied fruit sweetness coming through rather than a big malty, bready, biscuity beer. Honestly, this is great stuff. What I was going to say, when you get a really good West Coast IPA, or when you even taste a West Coast IPA, they're all kind of like one-worded, but strong words, aren't they? If you think of Torpedo, Sierra Nevada's Torpedo, you know, you think Hunt for the Red October, don't you? You think like torpedoes in the sea type of thing, in submarines, blowing up ships, and big, strong, bold things. This, instead of being called Torpedo, has a very similar kind of one-worded name, and that's the Viper. The Viper that's got a sting in his tail. Big, bold, strong character. Yeah, I like this. In fact, I've just loved every single beer from Bad Seed Brewing Company. And I'm just going to stop for a moment and say that's because of a really good friend of mine, Peter the Master of Hoppets, runs his own YouTube channel on beer. He's been going the same time as me, really. We both started like 13 years ago reviewing beer. And he's still going strong. But I got a lot of respect for Peter because he went on from reviewing beer. He did all his university stuff and then he went into brewing. He was that passionate about beer that he became a head brewer. He's the head brewer of this brewery, Bad Seed Brewing Company. And it's a tremendous success on his part to become head brewer and to produce incredible beer like this now. When he had that passion all those years ago, he had that passion for brewing great beer, for reviewing great beer, should I say. Now he's reviewing and brewing great beer. So cheers, Peter. Thank you very much for choosing to send some beer over to the channel. We got to meet up. We definitely got to meet up. Love to come to Copenhagen again. Get the ferry. Oh, amazing. It's just a wonderful beer. Carbonation pushes the beer on the inside of the mouth. There's sweetness, there's bitterness, there's great balance. It's bitter. It's not crazy. I'd say it's probably about 50 IBUs if I was to guess at it. About 50, I would say. Good stuff though. Really good stuff. I'm going to rate this. And yeah, this is right up there with classic Torpedo. Sierra Nevada's Torpedo. Absolutely stonking beer. 9 out of 10. Stone the Crows. 9 out of 10. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.